All right, we're ready?
Rock and roll.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to another RSG stream. But then, what there it is. There's Finn doing Battlefront 2, getting shot in the face. All right, so I just want to make sure that was coming in. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Monday. It's 12 p.m. Eastern. It's time to do our lunch stream. What is our lunch stream? Well, it's just where we kind of sit back and hang out with you good people for about an hour, answering all your questions, mainly about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, but, anything you want, life in general. We have no knowledge, but we'll try. But thank you all for being here. Hope everybody's Monday's going great. Let's introduce everybody that's here. Of course, we've got Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, who's trying to shoot people in the face on Battlefront. How's it going in Takadana there, Finn?
I have no idea where anyone is.
Okay, right.
And
so, yeah.
having Skype on mute while I'm trying to play this game and then unmuting it is not easy. Lesson learned. I'm just going to leave it unmuted here.
And also joining us is our boy Graham.
It's a Monday.
It is.
Yay.
Yeah, so much happening. So much happening in this game, in Galaxy Heroes. And then of course, our boy Saintly Red. What's going on, Saintly?
Not too much.
Living the dream?
Yep.
There we go. Now I got shot in the face.
Glad to see everybody in chat. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Oh, good morning, Biamatsu, wherever you are. I'm assuming Hawaii. But thank you all for being here. If you have questions, go ahead and get them in there, and our good friend Saintly Red will scoop them up. He's been doing an amazing job with that. And he will read those out as we get them in. I'm sure there's a lot going on. If you make sure to like and subscribe, guys, support the channel. We're growing. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. We've got a lot going on. You can see Finn's doing Battlefront. If you would like to play Battlefront with Finn, we're going to be trying to do some dual streams. We're going to try to set this up. Me and Finn are going to talk about this afternoon to where not just Battlefront, but other games too. Because there's a lot of people that don't have Battlefront. They like to play other games with us, like Borderlands 2, right, Finn? And Diablo?
Yeah.
And we're going to try to create a schedule for that so you guys have more of an advanced notice about when we're doing stuff. And then if you'd like to join us on those certain games, you can come join us. But Finn's got Battlefront on PC, so if you are interested in just doing Battlefront on PC, then you can join Finn there. If you want to join me on Xbox, you're more than glad. Thing is, a couple things you need to have. Skype. You have to have a Skype account, all right? That's how we use communication. And you have to have the game, right?
Yes.
And then those are the only two requirements. So if you'd like to, just let us know, okay? As you can tell, I've been streaming the hell out of Battlefront. Finn will be doing some Battlefront on PC. We're going to pick a day where we do Borderlands and some Diablo. May let Loki lead the Diablo charge because he is just all over that.
Yes, he is.
He is killing it in Diablo. I thought I was doing
Yeah,
well.
he's leaving all of us in the dust, man.
He is incredible. Also, I think that covers a lot of that stuff. So make sure you get your questions in. We will go ahead and start getting into that. We're going to be doing some other streams. I think we're going to there's a lot of stuff we're going to be doing. So we're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to get into other games, but don't worry. We're going to be doing a lot of crap with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes that will never go away. And trust me, we stream more about Galaxy Heroes than anything. We do the lunch stream, we do the Wednesday stream, we do the 2 Saturday streams. We're just going to start doing some other streams for other games during the week as well. So get ready. Yeah, 2 fingers. I'm getting better. If you watched the stream yesterday, once you start getting your cars upgraded and stuff, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. I'm still like in the middle of the pack with stuff, but it gets easier and stuff. So yeah. So let's get into Galaxy Heroes. How did everybody do in their Dark Side Territory battles?
We kept pace.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
We got 40 stars, which is what we got the last time too.
Okay,
I think
good.
we're close to another star. But so we'll see.
Okay.
My brain is freezing up. There's too much stuff running.
That's right. Sanely, Grim, how'd you guys do?
Well, my go got
good.
Yeah, my go got 31 stars for the first time.
Nice, congrats.
We almost got 32 just by 4,000. You know? I hate that.
That's brutal. It's so brutal. Oh, man. What about you, Graham?
I got 20 shards closer to unlocking Wampa.
That's right.
So that's a bonus.
Yep, I'm waiting for the big hit for those 20 shards of Yoda, then I'll invest all my stuff in there, and then whatever I have left over, 10s or 5s. I'm going into Yoda full steam, so, yeah.
I figured I'd at least unlock Wampa and then go back to and finish off Yoda.
Yeah.
Because Wampa is freaking awesome, even at his base unlock, so...
And then, what else? We got Territory Wars going on right now. Oh, it begins again. Territory Wars. 35 teams each zone. It makes it difficult. It really does. I've got to start working on the 2 teams I need to work on. I got to get my Sith up, so I'm going to start farming and gearing them. Well, they're all 7 stars, is what I'm saying. I got to just gear them up. So I'm going to be gearing up my Sith. I want to finish up Kenobi and Ahsoka to gear 11, and then I'm going to go hardcore into the Sith, just to make them a better team. And then I'm saving up my Zeta for First Order Stormtrooper, so I'll be doing that. I think that's what's going on right now. Can't think. It's been Dark Side Territory battles. It's been the raids. It's a lot of stuff happening.
Do we have time to touch on the Saturday night AMA that they did?
Sure, let's talk about it. Go ahead and start us off there, Stanley.
Yeah, they dodged a lot of the questions, but we did learn a few things. You know, like that they're working on potentially making an auto-join feature for the raids, and what was the other thing? Oh, yes,
Arena.
The refreshes were going to be like a server-side update, so that you don't have to keep clicking it over and over again and having it do nothing. Well, that'd be awesome if they did that.
Yeah. Grande, did we not add Grande to this?
I don't think Grande and Loki are added. Let me add them all.
Okay. I thought we did.
Oh, okay.
I told you to add them.
I can add Grande and Loki so you can continue playing.
Yeah, I guess that's all Finn. I told him to do that.
It's true. That is my fault. My bad, Grande.
I got a text from Grande like, hey, can I get on the stream? Like, what? But you got the call.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, Grande, get mad at Finn. I told him to make sure you
Yes, that is my fault, Grande.
Yeah, I forgot to hit your thing.
Finn's slacking today.
I'm over here. No chicken report today, but apparently there's a cat eating pigeons.
Okay. So. Maybe he ate the chicken.
Maybe the cat ate the chicken. Go figure.
Wild cat, wild chickens. I mean, this is it's a circle of life.
Yep, that's right. So I'm telling you, it's like a freaking BBC nature show in my parking lot at my office, man. Wait, in fact, Ranger, I need for you to do a BBC nature.
David Attenborough.
Yeah.
I need for you to do it.
Yeah, that the wild chicken.
The goriness of the detail is quite striking versus the black asphalt. Oh my god.
Well, we're talking about that Q&A session they did.
Yeah, the forum AMA, right? Mm-hmm. The forum Ask Me Anything.
Ask us anything, but we'll only really answer one question.
What?
Because that's what they did.
What question did they answer?
The arena one, and that was pretty much it. The rest were like, oh, we can't answer that at this time.
Well, here's the thing. Communication is good. It was their first go around. I don't expect them to be great or perfect the first time they do something. And here's what I think, right? A lot of that, it's the first time some of those developers have ever even had contact with players in some kind of a quasi-live format. So step in the right direction, absolutely. Should they do it probably once a month? Absolutely. Will they get better at answering the questions? Absolutely. Right direction, wrong direction is how I'm looking at that. And if you had to ask me right direction, wrong direction, it's the right direction. And so,
well, it was a little frustrating because we were doing a lot of questions I thought they could have answered, but they didn't. They kept sloughing it off because, I don't know. I think that's something. We'll give them a little slack because you're right. They,
yeah, little bit of slack. I mean, if this was the 20th time they did it, and we got it depends on your definition of what is. If we got that as an answer after the 20th freaking, ask me anything, then I would be like, okay, that's garbage. However, I'm telling you, they're probably going to be way more prepared the second time for what kind of answers they get.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is that let's say they're not 100% confident in their answer for whatever reason, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't do the programming. They don't understand how the mechanics works. They feel like it's kind of proprietary. They've been told by their boss, don't tell the community this, that, or the other thing. I mean, at some point, they got to protect their job, too, right? And they don't want to give a wrong answer. So if you want to protect your job and you don't want to give a wrong answer, it's better to not say anything.
Yeah, so and I don't mind. And I don't mind, if they don't know. I mean, that's one of my big things. That, Grande, is that, if you don't know something, say, I don't know. That's okay. Say, I'll get back. You know what? That's great response. Some of the questions, it was like, you could have answered that. But they didn't. So I guess it's a learning curve. Ewok is just he's now texting me. He's not putting it on the damn screen anymore in chat. He's actually texting me saying, buy a pack.
He wants the private way to get a hold
Sounds about right.
Ranger J 1990. I mean, hell, I texted you too. I was like, what the hell's up with the damn stream?
I don't understand, Grande, but Ewok is like, hey, buy a pack. I'm like, no, not this shit.
He's probably still drunk from yesterday, from St. Patty's Day, man.
You mean Saturday? Yesterday was Sunday.
I'm telling you, he's still wasted from yesterday.
Could be. I mean...
Well, if you're Irish, every day is St. Patty's Day.
Let's see.
Even if you're not Irish, you claim to be Irish.
I posted a little pic to Ewok. He said he was Irish, and I said, "Are you Irish like this?" And I showed him a picture, and it was Patrick Stewart in a Starfleet uniform. Only instead, it looked like he was a leprechaun, and I was like, "It's Saint Patrick Stewart. Look." And he thought that was hilarious.
Oh,
so,
God.
Oh well, it's cool. It's whatever. Ranger's not going to buy any packs, so I can tell you that right now without even. He's too busy worried about Battlefront right now.
I've been doing a lot of Battlefront, man.
Battlefront is where it's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there's a couple other things too, like Fortnite is coming to mobile, so that's kind of cool. So there's a couple other things that are pretty cool.
Ewok texted me again. He's like, "No, Grande's not wrong."
It's like two days later, and he's still hungover, man. That's insane.
Oh, that's classic. All right, let's get to some questions. I'm seeing them popping in the chat. Let's start. Oh boy, a lot of questions. So let's start getting to them.
Paul Morgan, question, is RSG making a shift to include game advice for other games like Battlefront or Diablo?
Yes.
I'm sure we'll get next.
We're not going to leave. Yeah, we're still going to be doing a crap ton of Galaxy Heroes. We'll still be doing that, but we're going to see if we can get some. I mean,
I sucked too much at this game to give advice on what to do.
Yeah, but we'll have other people that know what they're doing.
It takes a while for you to get to where you feel like, hey, I'm an expert enough to where I can give advice on something, and so it'll probably just take a while.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't even own a machine that can play that game. Yeah. So.
No, but we have people on like Vincelli and Trubery and Mr. Pennypinch that know that game inside and out. So we can start incorporating some of that stuff And we
Absolutely.
got some stuff on the pipe about the game. We'll start, getting more depths. Not just that, but Diablo and some other things we can talk about and stuff. All right, next question, please.
Luke Thyrocker. Question, what's that smell? Oh, it must be the Sith raid rewards.
Smells like Teen Spirit?
So, Sith raid rewards. They probably need to go through and rework rewards a little bit on all of the raids. I think they probably need to get, besides golden eyeballs and carbon.
I mean, I am so sick of that. I got 8th place,
Yeah.
and I got those stupid golden balls that I have over 2,000 of them. Like, really? 8th place, I get that crap?
So the golden, I mean, if you're willing to buy the other pieces, you'll run out of those golden eyeballs if you're willing to buy the one that doesn't come from challenges. But the freaking stun gun that we get from challenges is still a piece that you can get in the raid rewards. That piece has got to come out. There's a few pieces that just need to come out of the rewards. Bottom line,
Yeah.
and I think they should just make that happen. That seems like that would be an easy fix to just pull that out of the possible pool of rewards you can get and move on.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, it's nuts.
I just think they shouldn't be putting challenge rewards in the freaking raid rewards, especially for the Sith raid, considering it takes so long to complete the Sith raid and lots of manpower to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
if you have it be like, oh, look, I got crappy rewards. Why am I doing this?
Even if you're not taking 4 days to complete it, you're taking 4 days to get enough coin to start it. So it's like, come on, guys. It was now. Granted, it's just 1 or 2 pieces that need to be removed, but let's just go ahead and remove those couple of pieces, guys. I mean, let's just make it happen. Maybe that needs to be my new Twitter hashtag is hashtag remove garbage from raid rewards.
Okay.
Hashtag make raids great again.
or at least the rewards, right? At least let's make the rewards great again.
All right, I'm going for my Falcon shards right now. Let's see how I do. Let me see.
Yep, sure.
Let's see how many I got. Let me see here. I got 2. Yay! All right, let's try the Reaper.
Wow, you got ran over, Finn.
Yeah, I know. I don't like this map. It's like so freaking open.
Shot at a bunch. I mean, you actually got ran over.
Yeah. This map is like so weird because it's like so
2
freaking
Reaper
open.
shards. Okay, very nice. And I got a Zeta on my first ship thing. Let's do the second ship challenge and see what happens. Let's see if I get it. I got 2 Zetas! Holy crap! The world is ending.
Yeah, but how many Omegas do you have left?
I probably have none. I think I got like 10. Oh god. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's like I have enough Zetas to Zeta somebody, and then I look at it's like all you have 4 Omegas.
Oh god. Oh god. All right, next question, please.
Old Jazz. Question, under a Palpatine Zeta lead, do you still get turn meter when the other team dispels or when an enemy suffering debuffs dies?
You don't get it when they die, unless it's with, like, Boba Fett's rocket or Vader's Culling Blade.
Mm-hmm. But the debuffs things should still be in effect, right?
Yeah, every time, like, if you put Vader's AoE up and Rex pops his thing, all the debuffs that get removed give you your guys' turn meter.
All right. I think
King Castor, question, how do I use Ventress in Heroic AAT? I just Zetaed Rampage. I do not have BB-8 7-star because my first order blows. My guild struggles most with Phase 3. Always finish, but it's our toughest part. Can she help?
Say that one more time.
He's wondering if Ventress can help in Phase 3 of the Heroic AAT.
Heroic AT
She
Ventress?
can, but she's more
Yeah.
useful in Phase 2 and 4.
Yeah, agree.
And what tier is she doing? Because she's way more useful if you're running her with Mother and you're running her with Zombies. Good piece, just better somewhere else.
All right, next question.
Sword of the Jedi. Question, do you think the Sith raid will destroy guilds like Heroic AAT did? We are losing members left and right.
Yeah, that
Not
happens with
destroy,
raids.
just reshuffle, man. Reshuffle. And you always end up with a couple of players that are on the cusp of deciding to retire or become more casual. And sometimes a raid or a new game mode or 6-dot mods or level 13 or or a level cap increase will just kind of push them in that direction. But yes, it happens every time there's new content.
It happened with the Heroic AT raid, you know?
It happened with the Rancor, man. When guilds first came out, it happened with territory battles. It happened with territory wars.
I think it's going to be worse with Sith Raid, though, particularly in about 2 months. Once people start getting Treya, I think Treya is going to change Arena, and once things start to affect Arena, that's when you'll start to notice change.
Yeah.
Even at a higher level than what you saw with anything else. Han Solo was like a counter to things that were going on. Kenobi is a good tank, and while he's probably the best tank right now in the game, there's other tanks that can fill a spot in different teams. I don't think there's going to be much that's going to break the triumvirate at this point. So once Treya starts making their way into Arena, unless there is a counter available, which, I mean, I doubt there's going to be an easy counter to it. I think you're going to see major build shifting. So.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next question.
Well, before we go to the next question, a lot of people are saying that Ventress can solo Phase 3 and 4 with Admiral Akbar, Ventress, CLS, Thrawn, and BB-8, or Thrawn if you don't have BB-8.
On Phase
Okay.
3?
You can run Ventress lead in Phase 3 and do okay.
Mm-hmm.
She still has turn meter reduction, and then when all the ads die, she gains a bunch of offense from Rampage. So.
Hey, look, everybody, it's Sir Loki who just ninja'd his way in.
Well, you send me the call at like.
That's Finn's fault.
after,
Yell at Finn.
so.
It's not my fault. I told him that.
It's my fault.
Wait. Loki got it early and I got it late?
No. You and
Yeah,
Loki got it at the same time.
Oh. Okay.
I thought you guys were already on the call, so I just added Grim and Sanely, and yeah, I thought that you were already on.
So what Finn saying?
How about now?
How about now?
How about now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Better late
dude, you
than
know,
never.
I just had an idea, Ranger, Finn, Grande. You guys should do a red versus blue Battlefront 2 edition, where you're all stormtroopers.
That'd be funny. Oh, you rocket whore! It's a legitimate strategy.
All I would do is run around and dance and shoot people.
Oh no, Grande would be like Grande. You run forward, and then when they shoot you, we'll know where they're at, and then we'll kill them. Grande would be like right. The Grande stats would be 45 and 3.
I would Leroy Jenkins the crap out of that, man.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Hey y'all, Grande's got this. You know it, bitches.
I'd be kamikaze. Oh man, I died. Respawn.
Get back out there. That's right. I'm going back out there. You ready to suck on some Grande? Pow! Rocket to the face.
That sounds bad.
The old rocket to the face. All right, next question, please.
Two Fingers. How should I adjust my JTR squad to go against these nightmare teams? I heard Resistance Trooper is a big help.
Against the
I'm
nightmare
guessing
team.
he just wants to climb. He just wants to climb on offense. So you don't necessarily have to have RT on the team. You just have to use Ray's abilities and BB-8's abilities and R2's abilities different than what the AI does. For example, you have to run burning first, so that way you can get more exposes going, and you have to run Ray's call-in assist before you run Ray's ability block.
Right. I agree.
And you need an ability blocker. At some point, you have to ability block, or you have to turn meter reduce Vader so that Vader doesn't get going.
Yeah. Because that's the key. Vader's the key to that whole thing working. If you can stun him or do something with him, then that just makes it a hell of a lot easier. If you let Vader just rock and roll and do his thing, you're going to lose every time. There's just no way around it. But yeah, it's a tough gig with Jedi Training Ring versus that. But if you're smart about it, it can be done.
And don't AoE cleanse with GK.
You just give them all turn meters. Use his big attack. Yeah, you want to do that. But
yeah.
All right, next question.
Neil Hamp. Question: I have Rex lead, Crew Zeta, Thrawn Zeta, Nihilus, and Old Ben. Should I Zeta Ben or Nihilus, or go for something completely different? I don't have Zeta Palpatine, but I don't think I can make it viable.
Okay, who? Okay.
Rex lead, Crew, Thrawn, Nihilus, and Old Ben. He wants to know if he should Zeta Nihilus or Old Ben.
I'd probably do Old Ben over Nihilus on that team.
Yeah, Zeta's pretty nice because he keeps taunting no matter what.
Yep. So I'd probably do the Old Ben taunt one before I would do anything else. But he's running Crew and Old Ben on that team, which means his damage dealers are basically Thrawn and Nihilus.
Right.
He's lacking a little bit of DPS on that team.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, a lot of CC, not much damage.
Yeah, I mean I think the problem is the pieces in his deck. I mean, effectively, he's trying to hold out. He's trying to control them and hold out until he gets to annihilate. And effectively, he just annihilates each character whenever they come up.
Right.
So he's stunning. He's fracturing. He's tenacying up and getting turn meter, and then he's just he's increasing cooldowns, and then he's just annihilate. I don't know. I'd probably either take out Old Ben or take out Crew, and take out one of your double tanks and add some high DPS.
Yeah, make your Old Ben as fast as hell, so he's going pretty quickly.
But he's already got the ability block thing going on. I mean, it's almost like Crew is better on that team for the 2-turn stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd ditch Old Ben and put in maybe OG Han or CLS or put in a big hitter.
Yeah,
because Crew, if you do it right, he will always have taunt up. Always.
It's a tough gig choice here.
Question?
Yeah, next question. We're gonna have to look. You have to get with us in Discord. We're gonna have to look at your roster, man, because that's a tough.
Definitely.
Old Jazz question, kind of related to my previous question. Trying to run a detonator team in Sith Raid. Does Boba Fett's execute simply dispel thermals, or do they explode and contribute additional damage?
His execute it removes all buffs, and he gets more damage for all buffs removed, right?
Yeah, it dispels it. It doesn't make it explode. Only Zam makes them explode.
Zam makes it explode on her basic, which gives 15% turn meter to the rest of the bounty hunters. So, yeah, execute it does what it's like. Whatever buffs or debuffs I believe are on the target intensifies that hit, which makes Boba Fett able to really, if you've got a lot of debuffs on, you really knock the snot off somebody.
There's also the leader ability from Boba, though. So whenever a thermal detonator explodes, and I don't know if using execute actually counts for that, to be honest. I think it does. It does or doesn't?
It doesn't, because it's only when they explode, and his execute doesn't make them explode.
So if you throw in like a Jawa engineer or your Zam, right, then they can actually explode the detonators, and then under Boba Lee, they'll all get turn meters. So you'll want to include like a scavenger or a Zam in order to blow up the detonators.
Right. Oh, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, I don't think it does either, but that's why you want a character to use the thermal detonators using Boba's lead, but not his execute to remove. So Zam and Scavenger come into use there because then you force the detonators to explode. Then under, and it's preferably Zam because she is I believe it's a scoundrel. No, I think it's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, bounty hunters did Zam that does that.
Yeah, it's the bounty hunter part. I couldn't remember which tag it was, whether it was the bounty hunter or scoundrel. I'm pretty sure it's the bounty hunter. And so you want to use Zam preferably over Scavenger to detonate all of them and then gain the turn meter, and then they basically just get like a free run depending how many you're able to stack.
And that's science. All right, next question, please.
Teals. Question, who do you think will win, TA Phoenix or who's the boss? Place your bets.
Phoenix.
I honestly don't know those two, so I do like the who's the boss though. That's a good name.
Yeah, who's the boss? Ice Hunts.
People sure are clever with naming their guilds, aren't they? So clever.
It is clever.
Some of them are so clever that they had to force a name change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. Outer Rim Job, as an example.
Just awesome. All right, next question, please.
Silo Takedown. What's up, RSG crew?
What's up, Silo?
What's up with you?
What's up with you, man? That was a question, just what's up? Well, what's up, man? Look at the Discord like, what?
How about now?
That's all the questions so far.
Oh, wow. All right, well, if you have more questions, get them in. That's what we're here for. We're watching Finn doing his Battlefront. He's in Kashyyyk. Trying not to die.
Watching Finn do his best impersonation of a stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm. Roger.
I am missing horribly, so I'm doing a good job.
Roger.
We didn't hear what Finn had to think or had to say about the AMA.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your take?
Finn, what do you think about AMA?
So the responses were horrendous. I know what you're saying, Grande, that it was better than nothing. I disagree. There was no reason to make an announcement for a question and answer session 2 hours in the middle of the night before like anyone could do anything. So I disagree with the fact that it was better than nothing. They were better off waiting and doing it on Saturday or like on Sunday at a planned time rather than what they did if they really cared to, if it was important. The answers were stupid. Except for the arena one, there was really no substance anywhere. The best thing was the question about the territory wars. About somebody asked whether or not like there was a reason why they don't allow for you to like edit the team once you place it on defense, and the response was that, well, then people would change it up during the attack phase, and then that would cause for mismatching. I was like, what the hell? That's not what the question is asking. If you've played this game at all, especially Territory War, you would know exactly what that question is referring to. And this was started up with a statement saying that of the 5 people that were there, 4 of them have spent more than thousands of their own personal money, which I call BS. So that was mine.
So we got...
I liked Ouchie's bit on that, where she said, why are they doing a Q&A on St. Paddy's Day when everyone is drunk?
Yep.
I know I was drunk.
I mean, here's the deal, right? I was fine with it, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen any other AMAs. And the other thing, too, is we're not going to get great responses because they don't know. I mean, the perspective is totally different. Player perspective is different than a dev perspective, and we all know people who spend money in this game, and I'm talking about crazy money in this game, and are terrible players. We know this, right? We also know people that spend no money in this game and are amazing players. So the fact that someone spends money in the game does not necessarily make them an expert. Far from it. You know, I mean, look at
Grande.
Guys, exactly. Look at Grande. Spends all kinds of money in this game.
Just awful.
And is dumb as a box of rocks, right?
I mean, he knows mods because he's Rain Man on that. But, I mean, other than that, I mean... No,
and Ouchie, I saw what Ouchie said. I did see her correction. The person that asked the question asked basically told her, that's not what I asked for. So why are you doing that? That's not what I asked for. And then she did it. And then she fixed it. But seriously, if you played Territory War and somebody asks you why we can't edit and then replace teams on defense, if your thought is to go to offense, and the worst part is they use their stupid wording for the phases, right? So the question and asker, and I can't remember the name, so sorry there, said setup phase. Didn't even say defense phase like we call it. They called it the setup phase, which is the title that they use. And she started talking about the attack phase, which makes it even more silly. Like, you use these weird terminologies in order to try and make it. This goes back to, what was it, slice versus phase or and all that kind of nonsense. Like,
Finn, you're breaking up.
I didn't like seeing.
Yeah, Finn, you're breaking up bad.
Yeah, because I'm playing the game. I didn't mind that I don't know or we can't talk about. I don't really have an issue with those as I expected. The bigger issue is when they tried to make it seem
I'm sure this is really informative, but I just can't hear it.
And we've got Xylo joining us now as well. Xylo's here, so.
What's up, guys?
Am I cutting in badly?
Yeah.
You guys don't laugh at me.
I got here at the perfect time.
Oh, God. Let's get back to some questions. Let's get back to some questions. Go ahead, Saintly.
Paul Morgan, question: what is my next Zeta for the long term? Finn, Thrawn, or Raid Han?
Raid Han.
Raid Han.
Who was the middle one?
Thrawn.
I think it depends, man.
No, it's Raid Han. That dude is epically badass. Especially when you get the bayonet on him. Zeta and bayonet and OG Han equals kick the crap out of crap.
I would agree with you. It depends on if he's running Tarkin, he's running Chimera in Ships Arena, I would say, or if he's real heavy in Empire.
True.
Wow, Finn. I just saw you shoot down a freaking ship.
No, yeah, that ship's easy to hit. Yeah, it's the airship with the turrets.
Yeah.
A lot of people shoot those because
don't give him credit.
If you don't, if you don't, they will wreck you. You've got to take those out. Like, so you see people like shooting rockets and are using the tanks to take those out because that beam comes in. You're like, all right, I'm doing well. Oh, I've been killed.
Back
Oh,
on the
there's
Han
Luke.
bit,
Oh God. Oh Finn. Oh God. Oh, it's Luke. Run, Finn. Run.
On the question,
Run.
if he doesn't have JTR, Finn might be an okay Zeta.
Yeah.
If he's
Zeta
running
Finn's,
Chimera and ships,
Right.
Chimera might be an okay Zeta, or Thrawn might be an okay Zeta. I mean, not super needed, but it's okay as far as, but it's really good for ships. And then on the OG Han one, I would definitely tell you yes on the OG Han one, but I would make that caveat that Ranger said, which is you got to get the bayonet, bro.
Yeah. Finn did not have it, and I made him get it, and Finn loves OG Han now.
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing. With the Solo movie coming out here real soon, we might just see an OG Chewie hit the game.
That's right, Chewie. You will be a part of the game.
Like a skinny Chewie? A short, skinny Chewie?
A real version Chewie. Not Clone Wars, not Viagra.
Not Clone Wars or Viagra. If it's not Clone Wars or Viagra,
It's
Chewbacca.
It's the Paul Morgan Chewbacca.
they're just going to call it Chewbacca Prime, right?
Yes.
Oh, God. All right, next question.
Ali, Boba, and the 40 Rebels. Question, which Zeta should I go for next? Palpatine Unique or Scions?
Not probably. Okay, so Palpatine Unique is the one with protection,
Yes.
but you got to be
like
running
9K
Thrawn on the
protection.
team. You got to be running Thrawn on the team to make it work.
Right.
That's the challenge there. Now, Scion, I think it makes sense if you have a freaking wicked Scion. That would make sense, right? Like if you're running a 7-star Gear 11 Scion, then great. But if we're looking at Scion on his unique, it's at the end of each turn, fly on and fix pain for 3 turns on enemies who damaged him during that turn. So you're basically trying to get closer to his freaking hatred thing. I think that's a really good one if you're running him, but you need to have him relatively well geared and relatively well starred before I tell you, yeah, go put a Zeta on Scion.
Yeah.
He has 4-star Gear 11.
That's
fine
fine
until you can get him.
Now. Is it on his arena team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it depends on what team he's running. If he's like with Scion, every time he applies pain, it reapplies pain. It pretty much takes the old one off and puts it on and feeds EP turn meter, the lead turn meter. So it could work really well on an EP lead having Scion Zeta'd, because then he's reapplying that pain every time he's getting attacked, and he's taunting every time somebody with pain is attacking. So he will constantly be feeding turn meter to the team.
Plus the bug fixes. The bug fixes that they put into his kit too, where the pain wasn't properly applying. Now that that's like corrected, I think it has way more viability than Palpatine's unique in the long run.
Agreed, because you'll probably take Thrawn off that team at some point.
As fun as he is, yeah, you will.
All right. Next question.
Romul's 1. Which leader, character, or team composition do you think has the best chance against Traya? Lead. Thanks.
Which lead has the best chance against
As
Traya?
in like a arena lead?
Leader, character, or team composition.
Ooh.
Palpatine, bro. Palpatine Vader
Rex.
is gonna Palpatine Vader or Rex, because Traya is not a turn meter based leader, which means if my team gets to go more than yours, GG, good game. That's where we're at.
Preach.
Rex,
Yeah, on paper, I don't see Treya being used as a lead very much. I see her
Nope.
being used under an EP lead, just
Yep.
not by herself.
Correct. Agreed.
Yeah, if
But
you run,
yeah, as far
run
as
Trey
against
a
her,
lead, you're vulnerable to the Night Sisters. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to run EP lead because it shuts down the Night Sisters.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that makes more sense because Rex still
Um,
has that vulnerability for Night Sisters in general.
but as far as like a lead character, a team composition to fight against Treya will be, well, what Loki just said, Night Sisters. Night Sisters will probably walk all over a Treya-led Sith team.
Yeah, because there's no healing.
Interesting.
Okay. Jason Hommel, question. I'm currently farming Hoda followed by Wampa. Would you farm Hoda to 7 stars before switching to Wampa, or get them both unlocked and then go back to leveling them the rest of the way?
Both unlock and then level the rest of the way.
Yeah, unlock them and then.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I made a video on that too. I got my Yoda up to 7 stars first, but I kind of wish I would have unlocked both because now I'm sitting on like 25 shards out of 145 to unlock Wampa, so it's going to be at least a couple more weeks for sure.
Wampa Wampa.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Wampa,
Is
Wampa.
I unlock Hermit Yoda. I've been gearing him up, but I'm spending my currency on unlocking Wampa because he's really good at base unlock as well. So
Yeah.
Right.
not
Yeah.
to mention you'll be able to throw him in TW.
The only thing I don't regret about farming Hermit Yoda up, as far as I've gotten him now, is how viable I can use him in the Sith raid. And you know, when it does come time to do the heroic run, he's going to be your all-star healer. He's going to be in all of your team compositions. He's going to stretch your roster out and get you all the points you can.
All right, next question.
Captain Blackbeard, on these AMA, do they go back and answer the questions they didn't have answers to later?
I have no idea.
We'll have to see. Probably not, though.
Soon, TM.
TM.
Okay, Darth Skywalker, question. Whose Zeta's better, Cyan or Nihilus?
Oh.
I'd say
I like
Scion.
Scions, yeah.
I'd go with Nihilus Unique, personally.
Oh.
Grande the Black Sheep. I do like it, though, to the EP team, you know, because the health down debuff already starts your turn meter for your Sith team. So they both have their points, but Scion, you have to get him going to get the debuffs on the other team for the turn meter. So with Nihilus, you're starting the round off with turn meter reduction, or turn meter gain, sorry.
Different opinions. I'm just watching Finn through the window get some kills and then get shot in the face.
I wonder if Finn's mic is going to work now, because I'd like to hear him say how it's terrible for the devs to be communicating with us. Because I completely disagree with him, as many of you know.
I think he can't talk right now, so we'll have to save that for a Wednesday.
How's it
night.
now?
Basically, I get
Oh,
to
there it
talk,
is. Oh, okay.
and he
There it
doesn't.
is.
How
Oh,
about
he's
now?
Better?
Oh, how about now?
Okay, so what did you want to know, Grande?
I'm still trying to figure out how any communication is bad communication. Seriously. Because
When
my-
it is
my thought
rushed for no reason.
Well, of course it was rushed. Well, it was rushed for no reason that we can see.
No,
That
it was
doesn't
rushed
mean that
because
there was-
Rydig made some comments and they were trying to quell the community because people were upset. But they could have just as easily put out a post saying, tomorrow we are going to do this. Rather than saying in 2 hours we're going to do something while Europeans are sleeping. You guys have 2 hours to prepare and we're just going to get 5 people.
Well, it's a worldwide game. Someone's always sleeping.
Yeah, but you
So-
could have given notice ahead of time. What was the reason they didn't post and say we're going to do it tomorrow rather than today? Or they could have said we're
Maybe-
doing it on Monday. I think people are happy that they gave the communication. Don't get me wrong. I think doing a question and answer session is fine. I don't have any issues with the answers being we can't tell you or something like that, because obviously they're not going to reveal everything.
Right.
So I didn't have an issue with the answer. I just don't see the reason why it was so rushed.
So it could have been because hey, we need to do this. When do we have time? Well, you can't do it during normal working hours. Okay, well, we're all going over to Joe Bob's house for St. Patty's Day. Why don't we just all bring our laptops and do it then?
Yes,
Sounds
because the
good,
drunken
make a post.
question and answer session, great idea.
We do
I'm
it.
just-
I think the devs
We
were
do it all the time,
doing
man.
We do it, but we're not getting paid. We're not professionals.
They could have done that all on their own time, and the only time they had available was that time. So, I mean, to think that they're getting paid for it, I think is a stretch. And
No, I'm
and
not
so-
saying they're getting paid for it, but they're doing it as employees of EA and CG. They're not doing it
Sure.
as and people. So that's what I mean by paid.
I was fine with it. Like I said, I'm not going to criticize it because I want more of them. They should do it once a week. They'll get better at it. This is what happens.
Which I'm
how
fine
many freaking?
Oh.
How many?
They're taking
many
notes
freaking-
from the RSG group.
Freaking, you know what? For a year, we had technical difficulties. Shit, we had technical difficulties today with Finn's mic. I mean, if somebody criticized us as badly as we criticized them, Jesus Christ, we'd never get anything done.
See, I think it's really cool that they are reaching out to the community for stuff, but they could have handled it a lot better.
They could have
instead of
too.
Well, they true, but I mean, like taking questions that were real, actual important questions, and saying, "Oh, we can't answer that now. We'll answer it at a later date." They shouldn't have even done that. Just don't put those questions in there. Answer the ones you can actually give an answer to.
Let's have a Q&A and just keep telling people that we can't answer any of those questions.
So maybe I'm with Grande on this. So I disagree a little bit with you on that, Grande. So the questions that they answered are largely, not all of them, but largely questions that everybody had. So if they didn't answer them and they picked only questions that they could answer, right, they would be accused of answering only cream puff questions.
Right.
So I didn't mind their responses of saying, like, we can't answer because of particular reasons. Like, that seems to make sense. We know that that's the case. But I don't know. I felt like because they didn't really get involved in it, because they gave it such short notice, and there really didn't seem to be a reason why the notes, they could have done a better job. If they make this scheduled Grande, I think this will be a lot better. Even if the responses are similar to what they, except for the territory saying that you spent $1,000 is, except for those two things, I didn't really have an issue with the responses. It's just I didn't like the way that they announced it so quickly. They didn't provide people a lot of time, and it didn't really give the community a chance to be like, okay, let's actually make sure that we make the most use of this time. And it seemed like it was just a few people, and looked like good questions, were asking stuff, and it didn't get accomplished as much as it probably seemed.
Watching your gameplay there, you got saved by that crate. Otherwise, Vader was gonna eat your face.
Yeah, you did so true. I was watching it too, like, run, Finn, don't let Vader get you. He will force choke you. And he just launched.
Yeah, I just got launched from behind.
Whee! All right, let's get some more questions before the show ends.
Mr. Pennypinch, question, Ranger, can you message me through Skype and give me PayPal info? Thanks.
Yeah, I can do that. If you guys don't know, you can donate off not just through YouTube. We've got the Super Chat function. We also have, you can become a sponsor for $4.99 a month. We also, if you just like to give to us directly to support us, you can go to the homepage of YouTube, and on there is a direct link. It says RSG, but it's got my personal name on it because that's just the way PayPal works. I don't know why, but I'll put my personal name out there. So if you donate, it's directly to us. That goes directly to us. So Finn, don't mess with the ATST. I think it was coming after you. But that's how you can do that. Yeah, I'll send you the information, Penny Pinch, as soon as I get done here.
Neil Hamp, question, how valuable is the Grandmaster Yoda Zeta for raid with tenacity and foresight?
Not very.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Which
big.
Zeta?
He's talking about the four. He's talking about the
unique.
Yeah, but I can't remember which one. Let me go back in here and look.
Well, his unique, he gains 100% turn meter and resets all of his cooldowns for his unique.
He's talking about the special battle
heal.
meditation.
Yeah, I was about to say Grandmaster Yoda.
Grandmaster Yoda, not Hermit Yoda, is what he said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So he's talking about foresight for 2 turns, and the reason for foresight for 2 turns is so up against Nihilus, you don't get hit. I haven't seen it work real well. I mean, I haven't seen anybody come in with just a massive amount of damage because they had foresight for 2 turns.
Not worth this either Zetas for Grandmaster Yoda, in my opinion.
No.
I would agree.
Next question.
Paul Morgan, can you give a full annual subscription for VIP?
I don't know. I've never even seen it. I don't know how that works.
I don't think we can increase.
You're talking about YouTube sponsorship?
Yeah, I don't know if we can do that.
No, we don't have control over the sponsorship stuff. So
yeah, unfortunately, and we don't want to.
I think it's just,
and we don't want to do
monthly.
Patreon. No.
Okay, 2 fingers. Since I need to predict the future meta as a free-to-play player, what should I farm? Jedi? If so, who? Other than Hermit, of course.
I don't see
future meta.
Future meta does not include the Jedi at this point because they're just butt awful. But what other teams do you think is the future meta? I don't know.
Okay, stop. So let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the very beginning.
What is this? The Bible, Grande? What are you doing?
Yeah. So on the first day, Grande Patron.
No.
Farm. Okay.
No.
If you can't get CLS, stop and get everything to get CLS. If you can't get Ray, stop and get everything to get Ray. If you can't get BB-8, stop and get everything to get BB-8. If you can't get Thrawn, stop and get everything to get Thrawn. If you can't get Chimera, stop and get everything to get Chimera. Okay?
Stop. Get some help.
Is it just me, or does it sound exactly like one of Jeff Foxworthy's...
I was thinking the exact same thing. If you don't have BB-8 and have just a round ball basketball with another ball on it, you might be a redneck.
So, here's the deal. Stop guessing about future crap if you can't get the stuff that we already know about.
Right.
Just stop. Second.
We've done a whole video series about this.
Yeah. Now, if you're sitting here at 3.5 mil GP and you ain't got crap to do and you're just guessing because you're ready to go, let's start working on some Sith raid teams for your guild. If you've already done that, let's work on what we know. You need to have Phoenix ready to go. You need to have Rogue One ready to go. You need to have Troopers ready to go. And what do I mean by that? Gear 11 plus. You need to have Bounty Hunters ready to go at Gear 11 plus. You need to have IPD ready to go at Gear 11 plus. So that way you can help your guild out in territory battles and territory wars. Now, if you've done all of that and you're still like, I ain't got crap to do, and you're like, I want to think about future metas, we have some kind of a Sith future meta that we all think Palpatine and Vader are going to be part of. We have some kind of a future meta that's going to involve the Sith Triumvirate.
Yes.
And we probably have a future meta which is going to involve Rex and potentially a few other controllers and a few other high DPS characters.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to release something else next month or this month that's going to be freaking OP, and you're not going to know, and all of a sudden, or they're going to rework Bounty Hunters, or they're going to rework Jedi, or they're going to give a Fall from Grace villain's journey for Jedi Knight Anakin, or they're going to redo ships, or they're going to introduce Gear 13 or 6-dot mods or something. So other than that, why it's really hard to chase and predict something. So work on what we know. And then after that, just make everything a little bit better.
Finn, quit trying to build Maul and Kylo Ren. Jesus.
Do you have mods on all your characters?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have level 15 mods on all your characters? Do all of your mods have set bonuses? Do all of your mods have speed? I mean, Sir Loki and I don't even have every character with speed mods on them yet in every spot. So after you've done all of that, then come back to me and start talking about. Let's start guessing. A bunch of people guess.
Yes, I do.
I'm almost there. I'm at like 600 and something mods with speed.
Loki, I did that.
Grande.
I'm trying to get 10 plus speed secondary on all my characters now. That's how bad I have it. So
yeah, I just got a speed mod on everybody right now, and then I was like, man, I'm done with that. But a lot of people guessed on Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin, and they missed out on their freaking Viagra brothers. And when they missed out on Viagra Bros, it means they missed out on JTR because they were too busy guessing about Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin. Don't do that.
All right, let's get 2 more questions in. I think we've covered that enough. Grande's rant brought to you today by French.
I like French.
Emperor Palpatine.
Okay. Andrew Sweeney, question. Thoughts on the Rex, Wampa, Mother Talzin, GK, and Thrawn or Emperor Palpatine team for Arena?
It's awesome.
So
yeah,
I like that Rex team. I fight it almost every day.
Yeah.
A couple guys that run it on my shard. You can beat it on offense. It's pretty hard to beat on defense.
Same thing with hungry, guys. Keyboard's hungry. Run. Everyone run.
Same thing with Palpatine. If you're running high enough speed mods, it's pretty hard to beat it. It's pretty hard to. You can win almost all the time on offense, but it's hard to hold on defense because there's so many counters right now. I mean, if somebody wants to come from rank 100 to rank 1 and they've got 5 good characters, they can beat it. The reason why you're taking high rank in Arena is because either people are lazy or you just do your 5 battles. That's the main reason why you stay high in Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Bank Mice Elf. Question, how and when do you think they will introduce OG Chewie?
How are we gonna get OG Chewie? The simple answer is a marquee event, right?
Yeah.
More than likely.
It's not like they're gonna make a legendary event for that, right?
Though they could. Chewbacca has been around through a lot of the movies, and he's got to keep on going since.
True. But there's so many other Chewbacca
pushing up daisies.
Yeah, that's also true. Plus, he'll be in episode 9 still. So, you know what? I'd like to see them put some characters into like arena shipments and Galactic War, like straight away, instead of a marquee event character like they've done so often. You know, give us some free-to-play characters right away.
We got one. Yeah. We had a character that went straight to Galactic War. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Bodhi Rook, I think, went straight to Galactic War.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think it's because people were just so unappealed by his kit, though. You know, I mean,
and I agree with what was it, Mike and Turbs? They both were saying, "Hey, guess what? Bodhi Rook, he's the pilot, and he doesn't have a ship."
That's true too.
He's not a crew member either.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's not a crew. It's so freaking ironic. I mean, come on. I mean, the best pilot the best pilot in the entire universe, Anakin Skywalker, doesn't have a ship, right?
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys.
Mhm.
What if the new Han for the movie that gets released for us in the game ends up being Empire and Darkseid?
I don't think he will be.
No, because like he what's it called? He gets kicked out of the Imperial Academy.
Yeah.
So the movie starting off as him being a scoundrel and like being kicked out of the Empire, basically.
Yep, that's true.
We're gonna get a
I had
fifth
to
Han.
try.
We're gonna get a fifth Han.
Yeah, I want more Darkseid and more Empire, though. I know this movie's got to bring some more kind of troopers, at least, right?
They'll watch the new meta be 5 Hans.
God, please
Watch they let out like a big cadence of new Imperial troopers, and Imperial troopers take over the meta
no.
somehow.
Oh, my God.
Yes, please.
That would be awesome.
I love Imperial Troopers.
I would love it if troopers could take over the meta. I just don't know how they would.
They need like a cleanse.
They need a cleanse and potentially a different leader, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
All right. Last question.
Can we do what? Okay. Adex Mathma, question: did you guys notice that the special mission in Phase 6 of Darkseid Territory Battle required 7 Empire tunes, even though you only use 5? Do you think this is a mistake by CG?
This is a special mission?
Mm-hmm.
Probably just a typo, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's the day 6 mission and it requires a 7-star probe droid. Like
Right.
at that point, if you have a 7-star probe droid, you would have all 6 of those other characters at 7 stars. So maybe it's just a requirement to have them all 7-starred. Regardless
thought about
whether you
that.
have probe droid, Colonel Stark, and Veers at 7 stars, like say you didn't have the 7th character in that requirement 7-starred, you couldn't do the mission because you don't have all the characters 7-starred. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. Because my probe droid is about to be 6 stars and be 2 months before Lord, or a month before I have them 7 stars. Can't make them come any faster. All right, so that's all the questions. So we're going to end the stream now. This is just our lunchtime stream. So I'm glad to have everybody that joined us. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe so you can get the latest content that we're putting out there. Also, we got the store that you can buy merchandising from. If you like that RSG swag, we got some cool stuff in there. And I know Finn's working on putting some more stuff in there as well. We do this lunch stream from 12 to 1 every day. If you can't watch it, we can do the replay on YouTube later on. It even has the chat. We can go back and check out the chat. Or if you just want to download it on from iTunes, you can, and just listen to it as a podcast. That's a great thing. We've got it all set up for you. So whatever makes you happy and how you want to do it, by all means, you've got the ability now. We've been working hard to make sure that that happens. And we'll be back. See, this week we'll be back every day, Monday through Friday. We do the lunch stream. Wednesday is a regular stream from at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday we do the Jedi Academy and our RSG Mature stream, which is on the RSG Mature channel. I think that covers everything. So stay tuned for even more stuff. I'm going to be doing some Battlefront tonight. I think we're going to set it up for 7 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned for that. And then we're going to
and during that stream, Ranger will be doing an AMA, which means you can ask him anything.
You
It's
can.
just like every one of our other. It's just like every one of our other damn streams.
Yeah.
You can ask us anything.
Yeah. We answer questions.
We've been doing AMAs on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes since before they were cool to do.
That's right.
And we give you more than 2 hours notice.
That's right.
When we do it.
That's right. That's science, Grande. Look at you stepping up today and being smart.
All right, that was my troll moment.
Your reality has been skewed.
That's right.
That's
Screw
it.
your reality. All right, so on behalf of myself, let's see. Grim, Xylo, anything you guys want to pimp?
Grim,
Sure,
you go
why
first
not?
if you want, yeah.
Got a
Your
YouTube
mama.
channel, got some videos up on there. I had an issue with my emulator and it freaking ate half my footage, which really sucked. So I'm not going to be posting anything for a couple weeks because I'm working on getting more content going. But search Galaxy Heroes Grim, skull with the anarchy symbol on the forehead for the avatar. Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Now for you, Xylo.
Before Xylo, make sure you guys check out some, not just these guys, which I'll let Xylo pimp his stuff for a second, but check out some of these other up-and-comer stars. Mad Dad put out their weekly news thing. Him and Kirill do a great job, so make sure you check that out. It's funny stuff. I like it. And check out all the other channels. You've got Game Changers, things of that nature, so make sure you check those out. Xylo, where can people check you out?
Yeah, just go ahead and Google Xylo Takedown SWGOH. I got my own YouTube channel too as well. Got some recent videos up and working on some new stuff. Like and subscribe. Really do appreciate it too. And always love being on the show. Thank you again too, Ranger.
No, thank you guys. And support these guys. Please, they take time out of their busy schedule to be on this show and do the stuff that they're doing. Support the community, guys. All right. So, on behalf of myself, Grande, Frenchie Patron, Dr. Finn, Death Star, Doctor, I don't know what we're going to call him now in Battlefront 2, Missile Face Catcher. And the lightsaber build extraordinaire Sir Loki. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll check you out tomorrow. Stay tuned for more Battlefront stuff, and then I'll stay tuned for the other stuff, Borderlands, Diablo, things of that nature. So thank you for stopping by. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.